on the other machine, they're doing some assembly work of the story about the kidnapped girl, which will feature in bulletin later on.
Sean McKenna, who's 26, is in the worst state.
They can be arranged in any sequence which we like, and so we can change the running order of the programme quite easily. Just like to watch the tape transfold on the left here, you'll see the tape loaded up to the machine automatically. There it goes.
So there goes his face waiting for
something else to come up. It's usually because of that.
Oh yeah.
Right, second car. Paul Mariner headed Ipswich level in the 42nd minute.
Do you mind just carrying on, please? Can we have it a few times? Thank you.
Yeah, 42nd. But Glenn Hoddle restored Tottenham's lead under stroke at half time. His new paragraph, his 25-yard free kick. Yep. Floated over the defensive wall and in under the bar. Now I've got a whole page. So, such nice games. Put that above. That's really good stuff.
No, leave it on the machine. Nice, take that from me.
You haven't got the clean or the two-score binding on it. Take your names off. Take your names off. Well, I don't know because Ted, watch out for Valencia score.
Just look at the screen.
Nottingham Forest are playing in Valencia in this European Super Cup tonight. You watch out for it.
You know what time? Right?
Well, I think they kick off at 8 o'clock actually. Right. Bit whack.
Thank you very much.
Apparently they're in Wells Street now.
Wells Street. Here it is.
Wells Street.
Here you are, Michael. Sunshine. Right, you'll run in now.
They're here, Jackie. They're coming now. We're on. From action. Hello, Mike. Yes. They're on. How are you?
Okay.
Welcome to the Oracle News Solutions. This is in fact one of two originating points for the teletext service of ITV. ITN, as you might expect, is responsible for the news element, and London Weekend Television puts in the what we call the static or semi-static information. The principle of teletext is that the signal is piggybacked on the conventional television transmission, and therefore is a very economic means of distributing the signal. But the main sort of editorial feature of it is that it enables the consumer to get the information that he or she requires at the time that they want it. And of course this puts certain artists to take advantage of this. Obviously we've got to put the material in very quickly and very accurately. But we've also got to fit into this rather tight constraint format of the page. The whole of the Oracle system, in fact, contains 8 magazines of 100 pages. We have 100 pages, which we can multiply in a certain way. But all the pages starting with 200 are in fact ITN. To do this, we have a staff of 9 journalists and 6 operators to cover a 7-day-a-week service, where on the air, updating information all the time, as well as television, transmission, and radio. Continually through the day. And the first job in the morning is to get all the stories on there as quickly as we can, and news stories. We're not repeating last night's news again. And from then on, we're keeping those stories up to date and replacing them with fresh material as it comes in. And our sources for this are basically the news agencies. And of course, this is coupled with material that's gathered by ITN itself. And frequently we'll monitor events such as parliamentary coverage and so on. This, of course, is where we're just as much in competition with this service as we are with our conventional television news programs. In the BBC has a similar service. We've been operating this now for about 5 years, but only on 7 years. But we hope very soon it will become respectable in that the broadcasting role will probably enable us to, during 1981, to start taking advertisements and so on, and become a revenue-earning media. We have, as you can see, a fairly limited capability of production. It's done initially from a photographic process, but it is corrected to a certain extent by the operator. Good? Very good.
Right, Jeff, I'm going to bugger off now.
On to now.
Peter Sissons.
And this way.
Come around here.
we'd like to assemble round here.
When I'm a computer graphics.
Do come in.
There's lots of room.
What we've done is we've tried to demonstrate some of the new technology, something like ourselves in that period, for producing charts and diagrams electronically. Now, the conventional way of producing charts and diagrams is to draw. That's it, you draw. It's what we call a cardboard way, right? You draw this and you put this in front of a camera, and that's what the viewer sees at home. And if you want to produce animation, somebody with a very steady hand moves. Well, that's right. Particularly, this is an election type demonstration where one gets into real problems of coordinating the camera on this and the presenter's words and the information coming in. And that really conventional graphic code. So what we've done is develop some electronic thing, which is very brief, that sort of centres around a small mini computer which is in the room just around the corner. And this is taking either political information or financial information. We can assemble all the data in a small computer, and this device that we've developed ourselves called 3T80 essentially enables one to convert computer information into television information, producing charts and diagrams, all under the control of a small keyboard in the studio, which Peter Sissons, who normally drives this device in our special program, uses to sort of create the pictures. Now that's what you're going to say.
It's your part-time. It's your part-time occupation.
Well, it's one of our occupations. Yeah.
Right, now, Peter's going to show sort of just some of the displays that we used on the American election program.
This is actually in the studio in front of the presenter, or rather the presenter in charge of presentation of measures or results in the studio. This is the main display which we used recently on the presidential election program, and this is what really this one does. This shows you the state of the electoral college at any given time during the program, and we can remind the viewers again at any given time what the winning post is. There being 538 electoral votes, so to win you need 270, and as they come in, they're put in to the computer terminal through Paul, for instance, was in New York at NBC, phoning us the stuff as it was called by the American network. They fed it into our computer, and the computer automatically displays visually the data which is fed into it. Now, the beauty of that, of course, is that the whole, if one piece of data is fed in, it can change a limitless number of pictures because of its impact upon each of them. We don't have to redraw hundreds and hundreds of different pictures. The other basic display which we had was the political map of the United States, which we could show you at any given time. Governor Reagan with 418 electoral votes, President Carter with 49 at that stage. You'll notice that there's two states still to come, Texas and California. And we have a display, in fact, for the states still to come, California and Texas. California's 45 electoral votes, Texas is 26. Now what's going to happen, just going to put in the California and Texas results, both went Reagan now. So the next time I come to the political map of the United States, the Reagan, the Texas and California is filled in. And the Carter thing stays the same. And again, when I come to the basic display on the Electoral College, that's updated automatically, just the one entry, but the sum is done. And again, we can remind where the winning post is. If I did something stupid and took states still to come at that stage, there'd be nothing there, because they've been wiped out automatically by that piece of data which is coming. And again, it holds an amount of historical sometimes during the program. Let me just explain before I go on. Notice how fine these little pictures are. They're very finely drawn because they're using a very, very advanced technique. Conventional techniques of drawing the TV lines, because of 600 lines, mean the picture is much coarser. But we've developed the technique, homemade, for dividing the TV line into 1,000 smaller pieces. And that's how we can draw that so well and so fine and get the caricature so well. Just to
stop the presenters talking.
do some more. Let me just show you one more. This was the situation in 1976. Which we can call out to remind you of what happened in the last presidential election. And notice when the winner always goes in that side, and the chap who's losing on that side, if he suddenly goes into the lead, the computer switches into that side. Yeah, and you can compare that immediately with what happened this time, and show that Carter lost in the South. That's where the election was won and lost. And it's a miraculous machine. We're very proud of it.
Do you do this in the evenings, or
We have.
but don't you do the 1 o'clock?
Yes, I do. But
And on top of this?
yes.
Genius.
When we
nothing, sir.
we have a massive spasm of activity to get this done before budgets and election
No,
programs.
these
On
are
these
all
special occasions,
Yes.
people do.
No, the works. All the works is
It's working very well.
Another investment.
Oh, yes.
This is what we call our technical facilities area, and it's one of the hubs of our operation here. It's where we have our videotape and film equipment. And if we come along here, we can see some of the things which happen in this part of the building. We have 8 videotape recorders here, these massive pieces of equipment. And they're... I beg your pardon? Yes, it is. At the moment, they're editing some material from Poland, and we shall be adding the voice of our correspondent, who is going to send in his commentary separately. The pictures were recorded from Polish television earlier in the day, and our commentator's voice will be added to it in a few minutes. And on the other machine, they're doing some assembly work of the story about the kidnapped girl, which will feature in the bulletin later on. The equipment which we've got in here is quite old equipment. It's been here for now about 11 years, and in electronic terms that's getting a bit old. And we are now beginning to install new equipment. If you just look through the door over there, you can see the very much smaller machines, which are the latest videotape equipment for broadcast, and those are just beginning to come into service, very much more convenient than these large machines of a number of years ago. If you'd like to come along this way, we can show you. Oh, indeed. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now being with us 52 days, and inevitably for some of us, death is closing in very quickly indeed. Sean McKenna, who's 26, is in the worst state. His eyesight is now so bad he can't tell whether the light is on. His cheeks have shrunk, giving him a skeletal appearance. But far worse is that the Northern Ireland office say he's no longer able to hold down water, the only thing that keeps him alive. He himself is said
These are the sets which just have 5 minutes of tape, which is really quite ideal for our news bursts, because we can use one of these for each story, and then they can be arranged in any sequence which we like, and so we can change the running order of the program quite easily. And David, if you could just open the machine for us, if you would excuse us, we'll show the machine here. This is an automatic machine which automatically laces up these, complete automation here, and in the door here, you can actually see the carousel of these cassettes. David will load this one, and we'll have a look at what's on it. If you just like to watch the tape transport on the left here, you'll see the tape loaded up into the machine automatically. There it goes. And now that is queued up. Actually, it's in this machine here, the tape has just loaded itself out of that little cassette. And on the monitor here, we can see an identification of what story has been loaded. So that the director down in the control room is quite confident that when he tells the operator to start the machine, he's going to get the story he expects, not totally different. Usually, David, if you'd like to press the start button, you can now see the picture. This is the one about the children receiving awards for bravery today. And we can load into the other half of the machine a totally different story. And David, if you could do that now, the tape is now loading from another cassette into the other half of the machine. And this is one about the common market fisheries negotiations. And if David would just work the buttons, we can instantly change over to this story, which I think came in from Luxembourg today, from the meetings over there. Again, the caption telling the director what it is.
No, it's still playing.
It's still playing.
And cut back to it.
If you...
It's still going on.
Yes, they're both still playing. But if you look back at the tape transport, and David will operate the button, you can see the tape go back into its cassette. It's rewinding so that you can start from the beginning of the story again. And it's now put itself away, back into the cassette, and you can take the cassette out again. These machines were originally designed to run videotape commercials. And of course a lot of the program companies have them for that purpose, to show the commercial break sequence. The news, we find them very convenient.
How do you find yourself having to get involved in the very swift-moving technical development?
I'm perfectly honest. I'm too old. I have very little. I know what I can command. If you see what I mean, I know what it will do. I can't see it. Some of it is absolutely miraculous.
It does make it more flexible. It went very well seen. I'm sure you will have a newscaster waiting for with egg on his face, waiting for something else to come up. It's usually because of that.
We are using one tape, though, in those new machines which I pointed out in the booth over there. This is our film area, our telecine area, as we call it. And we have two quite modern film machines which run 16mm film. And of course we still use quite a lot of film in our operation, although we are changing gradually more towards electronic coverage of stories. We haven't any of the film ready for the bulletin tonight. This is always one of the things which happens, which it arrives down here at the very last moment. And so what they're showing us on the machine is a film which is put together for our year-end survey. One of the things which happens here is the sound, which is something which normally is recorded on the film, has been lifted up so that we can add effects and commentary. And the machine on this side are sound replay.
In Festive, they gathered at the gates of the adult class shipyard before dawn. One of these was running with the film.
No, let's go with that. No, I hope not. It's going to happen.
That's what they recorded with This is an old film machine. It's really quite an obsolete one now. It does both 35 and 16mm projectors on the far side. But this is a machine we only use really for standby. This is kept for that purpose.
All the work is actually being done with the Sissons over there.
There's a little surgery at the film break, so that's
If you scratch it and put some glue on it, that sticks the other bit together. Kevin Howell's Full of confidence. Whenever I get up and call and cling.
Yes.
That's a 10 card.
I mean, the quantity or the quality is from the thing.
We're always trying to
The
achieve
installation.
quicker coverage.
Yeah. Which is one of the problems.
Well, that's the sort of NASA control.
Once, usually they're
I have done, yes.
We'll go to where we start there.
Where will it produce?
Doesn't know anything yet.
They don't pay a writer. And in Japan, they also
Did you all
The yellow one. It was in graphics when we left.
No, I'm just checking that anybody hasn't picked it up.
Was it in? Have you asked graphics?
I've been up there and then
David, David, it's Jeff in studio. Can you look at the make sure there's no
Fisheries story. There's 24 available on that underlay. We knew that.
You know what happened? Somebody
They're coming up. You will see it. It's
bringing everything. Bringing everything up.
You want it? You don't want that? You want that? Okay. Well, this one's not. Right, there you are. No, you don't want it.
we do have some more. Sometimes cheese but if somebody comes late, so they don't
Since you've all turned.
It also gives us a chance to change the taste, which is quite nice, because it's a particularly dramatic and then it's rather too much easier to do.
Somebody else's.
And it's just for one. It's mine. Yes.
Smiling at the wrong time.
Oh, we're now going to...
Now we rehearse.
Wrong.
Yes.
But in here,
Yes,
Yes, sir. I read all the agency tape that comes in right through the day. I'm really standing on the steps, making sure we don't miss a mistake.
Oh, I see. So you can slip some years, wasn't it?
Well, yes, I sheets up, so they're informed right through the day. I use
I haven't got
I hopefully buy news.
As a minute overall.
Yes, he does. She likes to inform me.
A minute, no.
Everybody as it happens. We decided to get
The soccer will be about a minute or
the end of that.
that's those pages for results and the transfers.
Yes, it's all there. All the live stuff has gone through there and gone to the writers. And some of the news is linked up with the